All right, continuing with the 4-movie marathon, Women with Grit, we're going to watch something here called CHARMS. No clue what this is, but let's find out. Let's watch.
Morning, Rio. Oh, what's that?
These are two sisters, Christina Rains.
What's that, Rio? Not much.
And Hillary Thompson. Yes. They play Oriole and Acacia. Their parents are dead and they live on their own in Nebraska.
Now step back.
That fellow there is Wizard
You got 2 bits, mister?
On the motorcycle. Right, that's Keith Carradine.
2 bits. What for?
I've got 2 bits right here. Cause my brother Billy can run circles around them old load 2 wheels you're sitting on.
Whizzer and Billy have a race. Billy is played by Dan Haggerty.
It weren't fair.
This movie takes place in 1919, a few years after World War I.
Okay, sucker, let's go.
Miss, this here's a speed race.
You're only a boy, and I'll bet you gotta work hard getting it up. If you can. I'll bet you got a tiny pecker and a slow car.
Anyway, they end up getting into a fight with the guys in town. And then they flee.
4th of July and Jubilee.
And they arrive at the sisters' plantation.
All day, getting to feel like home.
You're on our land.
Man, we're hungry as all get out, tired as mules, and well, we got an injured man with us.
Hey.
The sisters actually invite them in. The motorcyclist consists of 4 or 5 guys and 1 girl named China.
No, don't believe a will.
Chicken shit.
Other bikers are Herbert Walker. You make that Robert Walker Jr. That's Michael Combs. Scott Glenn. Gary Busey.
This ain't nothing like that.
The way it got her
We get a little flashback, learn about the past of these 2 girls. Their father was a Native American.
Buried her. And 3 days go by. Pop told us we'd know what to do.
Then walked out to that grave and closed his eyes.
They never opened them after.
They've been living on their own for a while now. That night, Acacia steps out, and Giblets, played by Gary Busey, attacks her.
Let me put my hand in.
Get it, squeeze your thumb.
My ear! Let go of my ear, flashback!
She gets saved.
You're going home. No help for it in all the world.
That does it. Jim, I'm charging you. Keep an eye on that dumb ox.
Before she goes to bed, Rio gets up. Turns out she knows some sort of witchcraft, and she's going to place a hex on Giblets. And what is this hex?
Tree down.
An owl attack. And that's the end of Gary Busey. No more Giblets. Killed by owl.
What profit hath a man?
The next day they end up burying him.
Taketh under the sun. One generation passeth away, and another generation.
And another generation.
I never seen one.
Acacia takes to the guy named Golly.
Broke down up by the brickyard till I was working. Me and Daddy must have fixed up a heap of automobiles, and well, I just figured her out.
Rio takes a motorcycle for a little joyride.
Get out of here! Right!
She's never driven before.
Make it stop! Throw this the clutch! Throw this the gas! Oh, look out!
Crap game, didn't you, Pussy?
China finds them together. She's a little jealous.
Dumb luck, too, because he's not smart enough to use loaded dice.
Oh, I'm gonna bust your skull!
But he did win $80. And he bought that government motorcycle from a crooked sergeant. And then he started talking. And they mustered him out, and he's been right.
Rio and China get themselves into a cat fight.
Come down. Oh, okay. Come here. Oh, don't be so.
looks like a tuft of hair from
Rio, don't.
China. And I think she's going to do another hex with her little witchcraft. But what?
Let it rest. Water's fine.
China goes for a little skinny dip.
You ball buster.
What a way to talk to a lady, hot shot.
That frog.
Jesus, that hurt, goddammit!
That hex she was doing,
Any more games?
she hooked up something to the frog to control the frog,
You want me again? You gotta crawl on your hands and knees before you get it.
who then got ahead and bit Wizard, and now the frog is going after China. Next thing you know, she has a head full of frogs. And a snake. And then it looks like a stick's about to puncture her eyeball. We fade to black, but then when we come back, it appears that she's crawling on a hill somewhere. And now watch this. That was kind of cool, actually. But did she actually go under? Because she's back again. I don't know. Now I think there's drugs involved. Dan Haggerty shows up. He's some sort of deputy, apparently. And they're looking for the motorcyclists,
give you a ride in the flip if you like.
who are now all hiding.
What do you say to that?
Think you made a big impression on that, and
I'm not sure what's happening here.
Golly, Jim!
As you please, Miss Oro.
Jim, don't you worry!
That's Scott Glenn. He was under some sort of control or something. This is that hex that's going on. I don't know. But he's the next victim of it. Next thing you know, Chupo's beating up Wizard. Chupo is played by Robert Walker Jr. I think Chupo was under the hex or something. Because he's acting weird.
Hey! What are you doing? Jesus, Chup, you going crazy?
Rio now announces to Wizard that you're ready for me now. And next thing you know, they're sleeping together.
There are 5 worlds. The first was perfect, like a child. Best for everyone you be on your way. Best you too. This ain't none of your business.
The guy with the glasses is Golly. The one who likes Acacia.
Wait a minute. What's going on here?
This ain't none of your business neither.
Now remember
Rio,
China?
let her go.
She's somehow still around.
I'm asking you in Pa's name. Let her go.
I don't think she's completely right in the head, though.
No, I ain't asking you. I'm telling you.
Where is she going? Remember that frog from earlier? I believe that ends the life of China. As Wizard and Golly are talking about leaving,
Jesus Christ!
some booms are coming from the farm. Those booms are coming from their motorcycles. And then amongst the burning bikes we have this. I assume that's Rio. I don't know what she's doing though.
No, you don't! Not out to my machine, you don't!
But she's got some sort of power.
This one's mine, and you don't get it!
Looks like Wizard has saved his bike. Well, Wizard and Golly, they got on their bikes and left. But as they were leaving, Golly suddenly had an about face, turned around and went back. Why? Because he's in love with Acacia. And I think the feeling is mutual.
Learn how to fly? Where's your gut?
He's gonna stay.
You want company so bad, I'll go with you.
You.
And then she's gonna go instead. Now our final scene in the movie is Wizard and Rio ride off, look up into the sky, and what do we see? Modern day fighters. What the holy hell is this all about in 1919? Your guess is as good as mine. Alright, let's talk about the movie CHARMS. It's also known, I think its original title was called HEX, and it was available on a VHS tape from Prism called The Shrieking, which was labeled as a horror movie, and I guess it is kind of a horror movie, but it's kind of a strange one. It was filmed in, it was supposed to be taking place in Nebraska, but it was filmed in South Dakota on the Cheyenne Indian Reservation. It takes place just after World War II, and we have a bunch of veterans, I guess they are, and they're traveling cross country on these old-time motorcycles, and they're on their way to California. I'm not sure where they're coming from, East Coast maybe. They're on their way to California, and they stop in Nebraska, and they get involved in a race in town, and they end up winning, and anyway, they end up angering the local, I guess he's some sort of deputy, Dan Haggerty, and then they end up being chased off, and they hide out on this farm where these two sisters are living, Hillary Thompson and Christina Raines. Oriole and Keisha, they keep calling their names, but Rio and Keisha. Rio's real name is Oriole, and Keisha's real name is Acacia. Anyway, they lived there alone. I guess their parents died recently, or their father did for sure. He was an Indian and passed on some stuff to them. And these biker guys, and there's one girl actually named China. The bikers are Gary Busey, Robert Walker Jr., Scott Glenn, and Keith Carradine. They just basically invite themselves in, and they're okay for a while, but then Gary Busey tries to assault one of the girls, and then Rio puts a hex on him, which ends up being like a hex on everybody, and one by one they start dying off in strange ways. She sends a frog, like a killer frog, against one of them, and it bites Keith Carradine, I think it was, and then it looked like it killed that one girl named China, but I wasn't sure if she got swallowed up and was dead or not, because then she was back later on and she was alive. I don't know, it was just really weird. And of course the ending, one of the guys, his name is Golly, he's played by this guy named Mike Combs, the only movie he's ever done, decides he's going to stay because he's kind of fallen for Acacia. And maybe he's still there in Nebraska because he's never been seen from again in the cinema world. Meanwhile, the older sister, Rio, decides she's going to go off with Keith Carradine. His name is Whizzer. And the last scene in the movie, strange, they're going to ride off together, I guess, to California. And then we look overhead, and there's 4 fighter jets, like modern-day fighter jets flying in the sky. What the hell was that? This movie was taking place in 1919. Is that some sort of symbolism that the director was trying to make? I have no frickin' clue. Weird, weird, weird. Anyway, I got this movie CHARMS on this Women with Grit DVD, which you can get for probably about $10 or so, maybe even less than that. Not a bad deal for 4 films. None of these are great quality in terms of cinema gold or in the video audio quality either. They look like they're all VHS rips, but whatever. This is the best you're going to do for a movie like this. Maybe it's available on its own standalone DVD too. I don't know, but I'm sure the quality is just as good. So anyway, it's called Charmed, aka Hex, a strange little film. One brief nude scene, or I guess with a girl in the water, but I don't know, strange film. Anyway, check it out, let me know what you think about it. I bet it's streaming on YouTube. I wouldn't be surprised at all. It's just odd film. Never heard of it before this, and then I don't know. Anyway, check it out. Leave some comments down below. We'll talk about it. It's called Charmed, aka CHARMS, aka Hex. Watch it. Bye.